welcome back to the channel. My name's Neil, and you got Saskryker here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. And please hit the subscribe button, the like, and get the notification bell going for you. So any new content that we deliver from the channel, you'll be the first to know. And I tell you, if you own a riker, you want to make sure that you're the first to know anything that comes out of this channel up in Canada. As well, don't forget, we are also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you want to shoot me an email, saskryker@gmail.com is the place to do it as well. So I've been kind of hoarding, or not hoarding, saving a few items that I've gotten over the past couple of weeks in the mail so that we can kind of do a combination setup here to show you all kinds of different products. The first one we're going to go with is the brake-free helmet light. Now, a lot of folks are putting extra lighting on their rikers so they can be seen, and good on you for doing that. But I'm finding that what I'm seeing as well is everybody that starts adding more and more onto their electrical systems, the more and more that's going to be a drain. And I've seen folks that are complaining about their batteries dying or things not working out, and as soon as they start unplugging some of the electrics that they've added on, then the bike starts reacting just normal again. I haven't put a lot of or any extra lighting on there except for switching out the headlights. But what happens if with all that light you change bikes? Now that your bike is gone, whether you're selling your riker or you've got another bike, you're going to have to do that same upgrade to your bike. Not with the brake-free helmet light. And this is what it is. This unit right here, this was on Shark Tank in the US. We call it Dragon's Den in Canada, but it's an offshoot of that. And this got crowdsource funding and made it to the market, and it's a great idea because what it does is it attaches to the back of your helmet. And this is the half helmet that I wear, and it just clips on there like that, and there you go. It's on the back of the helmet, and it's on there sturdy. So what happens is, and I'm going to turn it on here, there's 3 different modes. This is the first mode, and it'll flash and then it'll stop. So let's say you're riding along and you have to jam on the brakes. Well, what happens on your bike when you hit the brake switch? Obviously the brake lights go on. And that's the only thing down low on the riker that goes on. There's nothing else that will go on. Well, inside here is an accelerometer that triggers the light. So get ready for this. So let's say you're driving along and you hit the brakes. Did you see this? If that doesn't wake up the driver behind you, I don't know what will. And there's 3 different modes. Let me see if I can get it onto the next mode here to show you kind of what that one looks like, because that's what they call just the stealth mode, was the 2 lights that are in the middle. And now I've shut it off. Let's try this again. So there's the stealth mode. Let's go into whatever the next mode is. And I thought I had this figured out, but obviously I did not. So press the next button. Yeah, it's not working for me. I had this down, and there is a sequence, but watch this again. There you are, you're riding along, and you hit the brakes, and the accelerometer kicks in, and that is what shows the driver ahead. Now, if you're going really quickly, it'll do this. It'll do that flash. So that if you're hard braking, the flash shows the driver in front of you that you are hard braking and that they've got to pay attention because you're going to come up fairly quickly. So it pops right off. What you do get in the kit is this, and of course the charging cable for it, and you also get one of these sticky mounts for the back of your helmets. But if you're like me and you have more than one helmet, I got the extra little clips and glued these on, and then this just goes right on the back. And it's curved enough that on this one, yeah, there is a little bit of slop, and I don't know if you can hear this or not. So I don't know what that's going to be like. It does add a little bit of weight, but not much. When I put the helmet on, it did add a certain amount of weight, but I've been told by people that have this that weight, you don't notice it after a while. I've got a full face. I'm going to mount this on and see how it goes. But I just thought that was a great idea that you can put this on your helmet and you don't have to wire this into anything either, because there are other ones out on the market that are wired into the bike and all of this. This is a standalone product, and it's why they call it, I guess, brake-free, because you do break free of all the cables. So, now moving on to the next one here, I am so excited for this because for the first year or 2 that I had my riker, I really don't mind the foot pegs, but I come from the cruiser and touring world, I had a Harley Road King. So I would go on 7 and 8 hour rides. Nice big floorboards with isolation grips on them, so you're really comfortable. You could move your feet forward and back, whatever, and just cruise along. Well, Can-Am did not make a footboard for the first 2 years. There was all of these aftermarket companies doing that for you. Problem was, when you start looking at $300-400, and that's US prices into Canada, add 25% for the exchange rate, then add shipping, then add duties and taxes on top of that, you can be up around $600 for a set of footboards for the Riker. And I'm thinking that's just a little too much to spend. Until this year, went on the Can-Am website, and what did I get? The Riker footboards. And these are simple bolt-on footboards, and they are awesome. They are perfectly sized. I believe they're 4x6, so this is, the top is facing forward on the Riker, and all they do is bolt in at the bottom. So this just takes the place of the peg, so they'll flip up. You can move them forward or back, flip them back down again, they lock in place. So that flexibility of the ride system that the Riker has is not deterred. I've seen some where you're actually drilling into the current foot pegs to add it on. The other nice thing too, and I forgot to mention that while I have it out here, let me put the box down, is the fact that there's a bolt right here on this system. So once it mounts to the Riker like this, you have adjustability of the footboard. So however you like this to sit as you're riding, one screw adjustment right there. With some of these other ones that you add on, where it sits on the bike is where it sits on the bike, and you have no adjustability on it at all. So I'm thinking this is the cat's meow. And thank God the Can-Am came out with that, because there was no way I was going to be spending that kind of money, $400 plus US, when this was $270 shipped right to my house. And again, with Can-Am, they find the closest dealer, and this one was in Alberta, and within 2 days, that was on my doorstep. The last company I want to talk about, and she was on Facebook, and she was one of the ones that won in our relocation kit, is Lori from Ironside Customs. And she reached out and said, I want to send you some stuff. Would you be interested? And I said, sure. So she sent me a couple of products, pictures to see which one I like, because my colors on the bike are green and purple. She sent me, again, this is all done out of course, 3D printing. And this is the reverse lever. So this is going to match nicely. I just unbolt the old one, the stock one that's in there, put this one in, bolt it back in, tighten it up. And that works really nice. It's got a gnarled kind of feel to it, so I can use it with my hand or my foot, depending. The other nice thing that she did was this license plate frame with my information on the bottom. I thought that was really cool, so pretty pleased about that. And then she said, send me your logo. I want to play with something. And I said, well, okay. I wasn't expecting anything for that. Then what shows up? That. The logo already in a disc. Now where that's going to go is either at the front hood area or the back tail fin of the Riker, where the BRP logo is. Take a hair dryer or a heat gun, soften up the glue, peel it off, clean it up with a little alcohol wipe, and then I'm going to put some 3M double face tape on there, and boy, is that gorgeous. Have a look at that. It's probably a little bit blurry, but if you have a really high-res picture of your logo or something that you're using on your bike, get a hold of Lori at Ironside Customs. She's on Facebook, and see what she can do for you. She sent me this stuff up, and I just think she's great, so she earns a spot on the toolbox. Those are just some of the items that came in the mail that I'm so excited to show you. And then once we get the bike out of storage, we'll get these on the bike and show you what they actually look like. So until then, thank you so much. Again, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. You can hit me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That's Saskryker, SASKRYKER, @gmail.com if you want to email me. Yeah, until then, take care.